Alright, what's up, guys? So, here's my thoughts on Rockstar Plus. Is that what it's supposed to be called? Rockstar Plus or Rockstar Games Plus? Regardless, I'll figure it out when I'm posting this video. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it at all, and I'm like, you guys, like, my thing is this. It trips me out because I remember when Grand Theft Auto, when it had released almost 10 years ago, like next year, next September, it will be 10 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 released. And I remember when that game, when it came out, and it was like, I think it was maybe what, two days later, they said that the game made like $800 million, and then some days after that made $1 billion. And I would imagine that was just all within 2013. Like, how much money were you guys making like afterwards? I don't get when like high-end companies like 2K, and then yeah, now adding Rockstar Games, EA Games, Activision, not so much, but I don't know. I really don't be playing a whole lot of Activision games. Like, I know Warzone got its thing going on, but at least with Warzone, they know that that's like the go-to game to play. So they're all like, okay, maps, all that stuff, all unlocked. Only thing you got to purchase is the season pass. So if you're into that season pass stuff, hey, so be it. But I just feel like that Rockstar Games, you're like taking plays out of these like scamming companies, like, booking stuff. You have it where people are paying to upgrade to the next gen console when we already own the game. It would be different if if the game was like brand new. There's nothing new about it. It's Grand Theft Auto 5. The game came out almost 10 years ago. You mean to tell me that you're still that's the one thing that tripped me out, cuz I have an Xbox Series X. And so when they were talking about it, that they was like, "Oh, we're going to optimize the game and all that." I was like, "Oh, I know this game is going to look sick." When they announced a price, and I'm like, hold on, time out. All of these other companies out here that owns games, all these other companies, or not that owns games, but all these other companies out here with like the past gen games, all upgrade that stuff for free. Cyberpunk 2077, they upload their stuff for free. What are some other games out there? There's a lot. I remember there was a lot of different games out there that was updated. Destiny. What are some other companies out? The Division. And I'm saying, like, like those guys, they really out there trying to make their money and stuff. But it's not like their games was as big time as Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm like, why do you need more money from your fans? That's the thing that I'm like trying to understand and try to like grasp. But I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. You're having people pay to upgrade a game that they already own? And I was like, nah, I'm not playing it. I'll play the last gen up until, and I have a feeling that that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do some stuff like, oh, if you own the new consoles, you have no choice but to play the new version, but you won't be allowed to play the Xbox One version if you have an Xbox Series X, or the PlayStation 4 version if you own the PlayStation 5. I just have a strange feeling that they're gonna do some stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, I haven't really touched Grand Theft Auto 5 recently. Well, technically I have, because I recently got a gaming PC, and I was like, I'll just get me a gaming PC. Because I already own Grand Theft Auto on there and just play like the role-playing servers and stuff. So I'm like, that's that's as far as I'm gonna go with Grand Theft Auto. But I'm like, I just think that that's dumb. Or it's like, and I just have a strange feeling they're gonna probably try to do some crap like that on the PC, and they're gonna be like, oh, well, this new version, you're gonna have to pay for this new update or this new version or something. Like, they're gonna try to figure out every way possible, like, how can we scam our fans out of more and more money? And it's like, fam, we're the reason why you guys even exist. So you would think you would be a little bit more given to the fans, or it's like, do something for them. But no, this was their response. This was their response to the backlash that they were getting for having people having to or pay for this new version, or the next gen version of Grand Theft Auto 5. They decide, we're going to come out with a subscription service for Grand Theft Auto 5. You guys are going so far backwards. So far backwards. It's like, bro, we didn't even ask for that. Who asked for a subscription service? So now, like, you just see on YouTube, like, where everybody's just saying, like, Rockstar Games is like, they're just they're like dead as a company. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're dead, but I'm just saying, like, they're failing as a company. They're just failing altogether. And I'm like, fam, Nobody asked for this. Like, even with them updates that you guys is coming out with for Grand Theft Auto 5, there was a lot of those updates nobody even asked for. I'm like, the heist missions, yeah, they're like, that was it. Well, I feel like I say heist weird. Anyways, regardless, but anyways, yeah, the heist missions, that was it. All that other stuff, like, what, they came out with like a Tron Legacy, Mad Max, and all them other like weird updates and things. I'm like, nobody asked for it. We literally wanted a new map and heist missions. That's it. Like, what is all this extra stuff? Yeah, cars, weapons, okay, you know, that comes along with the game and stuff, but I'm like, all that other extra stuff, we didn't even ask for it. So that's why I'm like, nah, you guys are just failing. Like, I don't know whether they fired an old team and they hired a new team, and it was a team that worked for another company that was like, oh, well, we were like scamming and making as much money as we can from this company, so let's do the same. No, bruh, no. Not one single person asked for any of that stuff. So my question is to Rockstar, why even put it in the game? Like, that, they'll give you like a whole descriptive detail on what's coming with it. Why even put it in the game? Nobody asked for it. And I'm like, that's the one thing that I know that they won't do, is a poll asking what state of Grand Theft Auto would you guys like? The current state that it's in now, or the state that it was in prior before? And I'm like, where it was like, okay, you guys are just like updates, heist missions, or, well, it wasn't really like no state of it before. It just seemed like they were just adding a bunch of different things that didn't even matter. And I'm like, probably would be better if a lot of that stuff was gone. But anyways, but it's like, or even just make a poll asking people, what would you guys rather want? You know, just free updates, all that stuff, you know, and then what, the only thing that they need to, because I'm saying, like, it was mad difficult to even make money in the game in the first place. So you guys decide, oh, well, then let's, you know, make it seem like that we ain't gonna pay attention to that no more. We're gonna have another way of where you guys can give us money, and we'll only give you what, $500,000, and like a good portion of the cars in the game cost like $8 million. So you're still not giving people enough stuff in the game. That's why I'm like, bro, it is a waste of time, man. Here's my advice to everybody out there: save up. Get you a gaming PC, get Grand Theft Auto 5, play the role-playing servers, play it up until Grand Theft or Rockstar Games is like, oh, well, we're banning, because you know they're going to probably do some crap like that too, and then there's going to probably be another company. I honestly think that that'll happen, that Rockstar Games is like, we're going to start banning these role-playing servers, or we're going to take out these role-playing servers in Grand Theft Auto 5, and we're going to come out with our own servers where you got to pay for it, and it ain't going to be no free stuff and all that. And yeah, it's just, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be fun anymore. And then there's going to probably be another company out there, maybe an indie company, or a company that already exists. Or you just, but it's just gonna be somebody out there where it's like, hey, we're just gonna go and do like a role-playing game, you know, like how Grand Theft Auto 5 was and stuff. But I swear, this ain't gonna be the last of it. They're gonna figure out. Then with Grand Theft, I honestly think Grand Theft Auto 6, when it comes out, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good at all, and I think that game is just gonna be a flop. So who knows? Maybe it might be, maybe it might not be, but I don't think it's gonna personally be good. So that's just my opinion, but. Anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.